I'm here to do a book review of City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I'm only going to be making a review for the first book because one, there's like 50 books and that's too many videos to try and film each month. And also this is just to do a nostalgic video and the fact that I've never made a City of Bones book review because I read this over 6 years ago. This is a reread of 6 years in the making because I admit, not that I ever really wanted to reread it, but because this year-long readathon is happening, I just decided, you know what, I am gonna do it. I am gonna finally reread this after 6 years, and because I'm so excited, I decided to put in every single item of jewelry for the Shadowhunter Chronicles that I have. See? So first, I've got my Angelic Rune. Okay, what's the next thing? Then I've got my Clockwork Angel. I've got the Fearless Rune. I have got Isabel's Demon Charm thing, and I've got my Herondale ring. It's all happening, it's all weighing me down, but I'm excited. So there is going to be spoilers in this video, but I think everyone generally knows what's going on with this series, but really this is just a rehash on how my feelings have changed and how I enjoyed the book and just, you know, a few things I want to chat about, so I'm excited. So obviously everyone's going to know that the Shadowhunters are half angel, half human people that fight demons, and then there's all these Downworlders, and the Downworlders are all part demon in some way, and they're vampires, warlocks, fairies, and werewolves. Generally in this world we just have the Shadowhunters and then they fight the demons and kill them, and if any of the Downworlders do some bad shit they get killed too. But the Shadowhunters are protectors of the human race, and you know, they've got cool powers and they can draw runes and they can make magic and they train for like ever and they do a lot of cool stuff. So that's what the Shadowhunters are. Claire is a girl just living her life. She thinks she's human, she thinks she's normal, then bam, a demon gets killed in front of her by Jace, Izzy and Alec, and she flips the shit. Her best friend Simon's like, oh, what's going on? Clary gets herself immersed in this world, Simon gets immersed, everyone becomes friends, everyone falls in love with each other, everyone is together, and shit goes down because Clary's father Valentine is not dead, and then we got her mother and she is taken by someone, and then we meet Magnus, and blah! That's the whole book right in my brain right now. But I really enjoyed having a reread of this book. It was so great, and it just sorts like so many memories because I read this book when I was a teenager. I think I was probably younger than Clary of her 15 years. Well, if it was 6 years ago and I'm 19. Yeah, I was about 13 when I read this book, so it's interesting because when I first read it I was like, oh my god, she's so old, she's so brave and cool, and now that I'm 19 I'm like, you're a child, you need to listen to your mother, you need to go away, you need to go, you can't handle any of this, Clary, you are too young. It's making me feel old that I have that opinion now, but I remember I just thought she was so awesome, Clary, and how she's all fine, and even though she makes the dumbest decisions and rushes into danger, I love her. So Clary is always going to be one of my favourite characters in the whole Shadowhunter Chronicles because she is just a key character in this whole world. This is the start, you know, it started with Clary. She's the one that starts this big journey of finding out about Valentine, then finding out about Sebastian, then finding out about everyone. She is just the key to the whole world, and then you get introduced to the Infernal Devices and the Lady Midnight, and more stories are going to be coming, but she's always going to be that first character that you meet. I do love the fact that the world started out so small in this book because once you get to Lord of Shadows, everything is so intense, there's so much you have to remember, but because you've been reading these books for like 10 years, you know, you kind of get used to the idea and what's actually going on. But I just remember it being such a hectic time trying to read these books, and then as more and more things are introduced, you're just like, okay, but it's nice to be in the beginning when nothing is happening much. Like, a lot of stuff's happening, but not as much as, you know, there is happening later on, if that makes sense. But the funny thing with this reread though is because I hadn't read it for 6 years, I only had the TV show and the movie in my head and only little snippets of what I remember from the book. So it was very odd because I'm like, that didn't happen like that, that didn't happen like that, I thought this happened, and where's this and what's this, and I'm just like freaking the heck out, and I'm like and because I know everything that happens on later, I'm just like, what the hell is happening? It's too confusing. So I kind of had a little bit of panic attack during this reread. Like, I'm fine now. I've read the first book. City of Ashes is gonna be happening in this month because now it is February actually, but I'm gonna be reading City of Ashes this month and I'm excited. I've just really enjoyed how nostalgic it felt too rereading this because it is such a great book. Like, it's not the best thing ever written, but if you grew up reading these books, it's the best. And like, I gave this book 5 stars. Like, it has its flaws. It has its many flaws, but it's great. great. It's so great. Oh my god, I was so excited that we got to see moody Abbeyleec because he didn't come out as gay yet and no one really knows about it. And then when he was still in love with Jace and you're like, what even? You're meant to be with Magnus. Like, it hurts to know that he loved Jace at some point for some reason. Like, and the fact that we didn't even see Magnus much in this book, like, I thought he was going to be in it more. It's definitely City of Ashes and City of Glass that we're really going to see a good amount of time with Magnus and their relationship. But like, Abbeyleec, just the fact that he hates Clary so much, and they do that so well in the TV show. Like, in the movie it was really unrealistic where he's just like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you because you're touching Jace, and in the TV show he is so salty all the time, and it just speaks to me on so many levels. And oh my god, Isabel in this book, but she was so bitchy and hostile against Clary at the beginning, and I don't remember that. Like, I used to think that she was always so nice, but she's always like, bitch, get out. Like, she's taken after Abbeyleec in that sense. She really is. Like, just saying, the relationship between Clary and Jace is so cringy in a sense. Like, it's so insta-lovey, and it just happens without any build-up whatsoever. And like, Jace is meant to be this person who doesn't feel, and like, my dad killed my bird, so I don't love anyone. And 10 seconds after meeting Clary, he's just like, oh, I love you. And I'm like, what? Like, seriously, having them be siblings, even though they're not siblings, really helped. Honestly, they got to develop and become actual human beings and adults and not have this weird insta-love thing. When that relationship picks up again after book 3, it's so much better, but just it's so cringy this first book, and I'm like, you know what else was cringy, right? Is you got Simon, and he is in love with Clary. Everyone knows this. The best friend is in love with the main character, and Clary is completely oblivious. But the thing is, every single person that Simon has any communication with that is a woman, she gets jealous of them. And Clary, you really don't feel anything for Simon, even though you push away every single female ever. She hated Isabel because Simon was talking to her, then she hated that chick getting the coffee because she was annoyed, and then she hated someone else, and just every person, she's like, oh, I think she even got jealous of her mum at one point, like literally her mother. And I was like, okay. So it was just so stupid, because at the end when Simon finally told Clary how he felt, and Clary's like, what? What? How did I not even see this? I'm like, really? Really? And oh my god, like, I love Jocelyn and Luke. Like, so many of the adult characters are like more than all these little babies. Like, honestly, it's like, it's great. And Hodge, I'm never gonna get over the fact that Hodge betrayed everyone. I'm like, Hodge, what's wrong with you? But like, it's so weird because in the book he's said to be old. In the movie they cast someone really, really old, and in the TV show they've cast someone really, really young. So I don't even know how I feel about Hodge or what he looks like in my brain. So it's very confusing. This was honestly just a great experience, and I was really excited to read my special edition with all its prettiness that I can't get to. And it was so great too because it actually has like illustrations of important things in this copy, but from now on I'm going to be reading the paperbacks. But if I bought the special edition, I had to read the special edition to make it worth it, don't you think? Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video, because I can't really say that it was a review. It was more just talking about some of my feelings and the nostalgia and the amazingness of this book. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!